Hello there and welcome to another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer myself. I'm Jesse, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing a beer that I've never had before. This is another one from Unibroue. I got it in, it was like a double pack with the Maudite. This is Eau Benite. Now, Eau Benite, I believe, means like holy water, I think. And let's get into the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it a 90, which is outstanding, and that's with 382 ratings. The Bros give it a 97, which is world class. And Rate Beer gives it a 91 overall with a 90 for the style. As always, I mean, these beers always get excellent ratings. It has an ABV of 7.7%. The style is a triple. Has year-round availability. I'm not really sure what the IBUs are on this. And if you didn't know, Unibroue is a brewery out of Chambly, Quebec, Canada. So I'm just going to go ahead and read what it says on the back here. It says, first brewed in 1996, Eau Benite Holy Water, was developed to offer the characteristics of a bottle-fermented triple with a slightly lower alcohol content. This is a refreshing, pale golden ale with a slightly fruity nose and pleasant character. And it says under that, what's this? Have my senses gone amiss? The devil in holy water in a state of angelic bliss? If this heavenly brew can make an angel of you, then move over, Rover, I'm diving in too. So that's fun. For this, I'm just going to use a snifter. I usually use a snifter when I'm drinking Belgian doubles, triples, beers like that. So, yeah, going ahead and get this popped open, and I'm hoping that this cork, usually every one of these Unibroue beers, Unibroue, however you say it, every one of these beers I have, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to get the cork off. I'm just going to use a corkscrew for this one. I don't feel like biting it out this time. Most of these bottle fermented beers, I mean, I think every other bottle fermented beer I've ever had, the cork pops right off because there's so much pressure in there, and for some reason these ones I can never get the cork off. I mean, it is like locked in there. I always end up biting it out. I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm just going to use a corkscrew, which appears to be just as much of a pain in the ass. Son of a bitch. That is not budging. Damn it. You gotta be kidding me. Shouldn't have used the corkscrew. This is gonna take a second. Now I have to use it. If you can tell me a trick on how to get the corks out of these Unibroue bottles without struggling, I would fucking love to hear it, because I can never get it out. Like every other bottle fermented beer I've ever had. I had Witch's Brew one time. I can't remember who makes it, but I had Witch's Brew one time, and the cork, literally, I mean, I didn't really have to do anything. It just popped right out of there. Oh, kind of like that. Oh, I didn't have to struggle as much. Alright, got it out of there. Did not appear to get any cork in there, so that's good. Good bit of smoke. Let's go ahead and get it poured. Got 4 minutes, and I only just now got it open. Man, I have to try to do a quick review here. Cork in my mouth. Oh, that yeast on the bottom there. I'll try to get that stirred up on the next pour. So let's go ahead and get appearance on this. It is a nice pale straw color. One finger. Very, very white, creamy head. Looks very nice. There is, I'd say moderate carbonation streaming up. Doesn't look too light, doesn't look too heavy. This beer is very, very hazy. I mean, I can't even see shapes through it. Definitely getting light through there, though, but yeah, it looks nice, so let's go ahead and get a nose on it. Wow, that does smell very light. Um, Getting sweet bready malts. I can smell the yeast. I'm getting a fruitiness there, like a light apple or white grape. I'm getting light spice notes, like maybe coriander. I'm getting some banana. It's almost like a white pepper thing going on. Maybe a hint of ginger. Not really smelling any hops. So it smells good. So let's go ahead and jump into this. It's still very cold. It is way more carbonated on the mouthfeel than it appears. Very heavy carbonation, but it's nice. It's well balanced. This is extremely drinkable. It's extremely refreshing. I'm getting at the very front that kind of yeasty, bready, biscuity malt. It's actually milder than I expected it to be. Um, I'm getting after that a sweetness kind of starts, and I should probably should have let this warmed up a little bit, but and the aromatic flavors would come out more. But um, I'm getting after that I'm getting the sweet fruitiness. Um, Again, it's like apple, like a Granny Smith apple, like not as tart as that, but like the kind of the lighter apple flavor, or maybe a Golden Delicious, and I'm getting like white grapes and hints of banana. There's definitely banana in there. Maybe some hints of like pineapple or something. So it's very fruity. It's slightly floral on the back end, and the carbonation just really stings the back of the throat. That yeastiness is very nice at the front. This is a excuse me. This is a damn good beer. Go ahead and try to get some of that. Try to get some of that yeast stirred up in there. Oh yeah, I got some. This is definitely a good beer. I really like it. I like everything that I've ever had from. I like every beer that I've ever had from Unibroue. Excuse me. And a lot of people may think that sounds pretentious, but I always try to pronounce things correctly. And if it was any other name, I would probably just use the American pronunciation, because it is hard to say. And I'm not even 100%. I mean, I know that's how the French would pronounce it, but I mean, it just sounds too much like when Americans say, they always say Unibroue. It just sounds too much like unibrow to me, which is just sounds goofy. So, and there's not a lot of stuff that's goofier than French, and I don't mean to offend any French people, but I don't know. This is a tasty beer, though. It's extremely refreshing. At 7.7%, that is a lot. Most triples are going to be like 9.5, between 9.5 and 10. They're going to be a lot higher than this. So this is more sessionable than those, but at 7.7%, it still is a little bit dangerous. You got to watch it. I'm going to give this beer exactly what I've given every other beer that I've ever had from this brewery. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think this is a really good beer. It's really refreshing. Um, There's almost like hints of lemon in there too, somewhere in there. Um, like hints of lemon in there with the fruitiness, kind of a citrusiness, and the spice notes are nice too. The spice notes I can really taste, like after I've swallowed, they kind of linger in the mouth. It tastes like coriander, maybe ginger, um, maybe a little bit of cloves, something like that. So it's a good beer. Um, I would suggest that you pick it up. It's definitely a good beer. I think you're gonna like it. Um, it would be a great beer in the summer, which it has a year-round availability. So I mean, you can drink it anytime. But it'd be a great beer in the summer. It's extremely refreshing. I mean, this really quenches the thirst. Um, I really like this beer. So thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Prost.